While retail investors chase speculative tech rallies, a massive structural divergence is playing out in the real economy. US home prices have just quietly surged to a brand new all-time high. This historic run is happening despite the highest interest rates we have seen in over 2 decades. Inside the Federal Reserve, officials are deeply divided over the next policy step. Some call for swift rate cuts, while others fear sticky inflation could reignite. This macro gridlock is creating a rare breed of market winners. Sophisticated capital is actively rotating into a few select assets that thrive under these conditions. To understand where this capital is flowing, we must look at the structural leaders of American homebuilding, D.R. Horton and Lennar. These are not mere construction companies. They are massive capital allocation platforms with highly sophisticated manufacturing and financing operations. By controlling vast tracts of land and offering in-house mortgage solutions, they dominate the affordable and mid-tier housing segments. Their core value proposition lies in scale. While small local builders struggle to secure expensive construction loans, these industry giants use cash reserves to build efficiently. This scale allows them to control local markets across the Sunbelt and Mid-Atlantic regions. But that is only part of the story. The true competitive advantage of Lennar and D.R. Horton lies in their transition toward asset-light operational models. Instead of keeping expensive raw land on their balance sheets for years, they now use option contracts to secure land. This drastically reduces capital risk. It also keeps their return on equity exceptionally high. When market volatility strikes, these builders can quickly adjust their land options without taking massive write-downs. This structural shift has completely transformed them from highly cyclical building firms into capital-efficient compounding machines. The street is beginning to realize this evolution is structural, not temporary. Here is where the margin metrics become interesting. In their recent financial reports, both D.R. Horton and Lennar demonstrated incredible margin resilience. Despite elevated mortgage rates reducing buyer purchasing power, these firms preserved gross margins near 23%. How did they achieve this? They used their strong balance sheets to offer mortgage rate buydowns. By paying a portion of the buyer's interest rate upfront, they made buying a home affordable again. This strategy slightly reduced short-term margins, but it maintained highly stable sales volumes. It shows how financial strength can be weaponized to capture market share from weaker competitors. The underlying revenue metrics confirm this operational strength. Lennar and D.R. Horton continue to generate billions in free cash flow, even in a sluggish transaction environment. Their debt-to-capital ratios sit at historic lows, well below 20%. This pristine balance sheet health gives them an enormous advantage. While existing home sales have completely frozen across America, new home sales are capturing a historic share of the market. Because homebuilders have cash to offer incentives, they are winning the affordability war. Their quarterly results show that high interest rates are actually acting as a competitive moat. Now look at how the broader sector is reacting to management's capital allocation strategy. Executives at both Lennar and D.R. Horton are sending clear signals to institutional investors. They are not chasing risky, debt-fueled expansion at the top of the market. Instead, they are aggressively repurchasing their own shares and raising dividends. Management guidance suggests a continued focus on cash conservation and asset-light land acquisition. This cautious but highly opportunistic strategy tells us that leadership is prepared for a prolonged period of high interest rates. They are positioning their businesses to win, regardless of what the Federal Reserve decides next. This corporate resilience must be analyzed within the wider global macro environment. The International Monetary Fund recently projected modest global economic growth of just 3% for the year. This slow growth backdrop means high yield, domestic structural stories are becoming highly priced by institutional managers. While global manufacturing and trade face headwinds, the U.S. domestic housing market remains structurally undersupplied. We are looking at a multi-million home deficit that has built up over a decade. This massive structural demand tailwind is insulated from global trade tensions. It makes the domestic homebuilding sector a prime target for defensive capital allocation. The next signal comes from the Federal Reserve's internal division over interest rates. Several Fed officials believe inflation is not cooling fast enough, suggesting rates must stay higher for longer. Others worry that keeping rates elevated will spark a broader economic slowdown. This policy divergence has caused significant volatility in the bond market, pushing Treasury yields higher. Normally, rising yields would devastate homebuilders. However, because supply is so tight, home prices have hit record highs anyway. The market is pricing in a reality where housing demand remains inelastic, even in a high-yield environment. That leads us to a bigger question regarding terminal risk. While the macro thesis remains compelling, these mega builders are not entirely immune to structural headwinds. The supply chain has stabilized, but land development and labor costs remain sticky. A chronic shortage of skilled construction labor continues to cap how fast new homes can be built. Municipal zoning delays and rising local utility connection fees are also adding hidden costs to every project. If these structural expense pressures continue to climb, even the scale advantages of Lennar and D.R. Horton could see margin compression in the coming quarters. Something important is happening on the demand side as well. The affordability index for first-time homebuyers has dropped to historic lows. While rate buydowns have kept sales moving, there is a limit to how much incentive builders can offer. If mortgage rates spike further or the labor market weakens, the pool of qualified buyers will shrink rapidly. The consumer balance sheet is showing early signs of stress under the weight of credit card debt and auto loans. If a broader consumer slowdown takes hold, even the defensive characteristics of the homebuilding sector will be tested. Despite these risks, the forward outlook for the homebuilding sector remains highly constructive. Lennar and D.R. Horton are trading at very reasonable forward price-to-earnings multiples compared to the broader market. The street appears to be pricing these companies as cyclical stocks, ignoring their structural evolution into capital-efficient cash compounds. As institutional capital recognizes this valuation mismatch, we expect a structural reassessment of these multiples. The long-term shortage of housing in America is not a problem that can be solved in a year or two. This deficit provides highly reliable earnings visibility for several years to come. Here is how we translate this macro analysis into actionable strategy. We are officially placing the major U.S. homebuilders on our breakout watch. D.R. Horton and Lennar are showing significant relative strength, consolidating just below their overhead resistance levels. This consolidation is happening on healthy volume, signaling institutional accumulation. We see a clear case of capital rotation out of overvalued, speculative tech sectors and into asset-rich, high-cash flow sectors. For sophisticated investors, this trend represents a compelling opportunity to build exposure in businesses that control their own pricing power during periods of macro uncertainty. The macroeconomic landscape is shifting rapidly, and relying on outdated investment playbooks is no longer an option. At SR Money News IN, we are dedicated to bringing you the deep, institutional grade research you need to navigate these complex cycles. If you want to stay ahead of capital rotation trends and protect your portfolio, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dive structural analysis. We want to hear from you in the comments. Are you adjusting your real estate exposure, or are you waiting for the Fed to make its move? Let us know.